motherfuckers this morning like wake the fuck up. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Marky Saint. Every morning I get up and I am blessed. Let's show some shine. It is a hot one today. You are inside my little spot here. Woo, it's a hot one. If you can feel that heat. Ooh, if you can feel the heat on me. It's a hot one. Keeping the plants alive, and the dream alive. That's why it's called continual education or constant learning. See, your boy Saint is a big believer in constantly learning, continual education, and even right now, while I'm doing the show, I've been watching other people make shirts. They make awesome videos. They get to cut. I'm always on the live. I wish I could put some music behind mine. You know what I'm saying? So I put a little lo-fi on it. You know, gotta keep this show real. But you know, our lives go by so fast, and the only purpose that we have is to literally make ourselves learn ourselves, right? Like we have to learn this thing called our lives, and you know, without having a preset book, trying to find the right way to put this, or a tablet or something to give us the links, right? The big old 10 commandments that they used to have of how to live our lives. And the 10 commandments are nice. The 4 agreements are nice. You know, the one golden rule is nice. You know, always treat others like you want to be treated. Golden, let's go 4 agreements. You know, I've been sharing that with the 5 love languages, 4 agreements, and 1 golden rule. And if you don't know about those, go look it up, right? I can teach you, but I want you to learn. And if you want to grow the cells in your brain, you're going to have to be able to reach inside of yourself and find the information. And that's something that I wanted to share with people today, is that I had to reach inside myself and find the information. I didn't always have the ability to cut vinyl. I didn't always have the machine. I didn't always have the money to have all the machines. In fact, I would just do tours of different factories around the world, China, South Korea, Thailand, just to see. Now, I didn't know what I was looking at the time, but that's okay. Not knowing's okay. Continually not knowing is not okay, and this is why it's continued learning. As part of my burps, there was my new gordita cinnamon and honey that we made from hand. Another thing that we never did before, and all of a sudden we did, and it was a great product. You never know when you're about to make a great product, but you are the chooser of when you're going to create. And that's something that's my favorite part of doing Saints Addiction and doing this show, is that I can create anything. I can write down my ideas. Hold up, let me show them all. Gotta keep the pen with the pad, writing down the ideas of anything ever hits. It hits good. It's getting written down. It's getting drawn out. What makes me happy? I mean, the full shablam. And I'll just leave it right there because I want you to also make a list of what makes you happy. There's 21 things on this list to keep my mind right. And I just got done talking to my girl. She left me a voicemail and said my mental health is doing good. And I was like, that's awesome. You know, for us to learn about the way we learn. And our mental health will make us adapt to that much faster. If we're distracted, stressed out, we're not going to process the information like we need to. And it's hard to say what you should do and what you need to do. But the ultimate quest of a life is to learn yourself. You know, we learn about our environments pretty fairly early on. You know, hey, this is dangerous. This is cool. This is how people react. This is what they do. Shout out to the motivation. Let's get this going. Call my homie now. I could have been just on the phone in Finland. I'm so grateful to have friends all over the world. Another part of me continually learning their language, learning Portuguese, fala português, aprender mais línguas aqui, 10 línguas aqui em minha cabeça. What else are we going to do with our lives but create something? I thought to myself, I'm so grateful that I get to say in a situation that's not repetitive. All creations are different, have different scenarios. There we go. different hurdles that need to be jumped over, and through the years of making mistakes and going through the process and doing things I didn't know how to do, but I saw other people do, I was like, I can be as smart as them. One of my favorite quotes is your boy, I'm gonna say Jeff Bezos. That's not it. Your boy, seeing his face. Come on, Mark. Apple Computer. Steve Jobs. There we go. Mr. Steve Jobs. Everything around you is created by somebody that's no smarter than you. The guy that created the fan, probably in a rocket scientist. And you don't need to be a rocket scientist to be educated. In fact, I'll go on a limb and tell you don't need a college education to be educated. You can educate yourself, and that's a powerful tool to be able to put your brain in the driver's seat instead of following directions or following someone else or someone else managing you. You manage yourself, and that's a blessing. I managed myself. I saw people doing Photoshop, and I was like, I can do Photoshop. If they can learn, I can learn. It's all the same buttons, right? It's a series of buttons. My buddy got a big press, 10-arm, 12-arm swing press. How'd you learn it? Paid somebody, went to the convention, paid somebody $200, teach me what you know. When's the last time you paid somebody to have them teach you what they know? How many times have you asked somebody in a humble manner, yo, I really like what you're doing, can you teach me? To be a learner, to be a student, right, is a very humble experience. It's something that requires respect. Respect that you don't have the skill set that individual has, but you want to attain it. Now, YouTube's great for that. YouTube just can turn you on. The person teach you for free. What an amazing thing for the internet. It's like if you're going to use the internet of anything, it's to be learning something. Usually we're entertained by random events, videos, cranes falling over, buildings falling over. These are, what did I learn? And that's something that most people don't ask themselves. What did I learn? And I can't wait to talk about Brazil when I leave and the process of travel. And what I've learned through traveling is going to make it to Travel by Saints. If you get a chance to go to the website or the Instagram and follow all the places I've been, all my friends that go, I learned from them too. I would have never been a Jericoacoara if it wasn't recommended to me by a friend. And I wouldn't keep learning languages if my friends weren't from around the world. Think about this. I have a whole 24 hours that I look across the globe. When I look at my clock, I'm not seeing what time it is here. I'm seeing what time it is in other places, so I can call friends in case I need my mental stability, bounce an idea off someone, keep myself sane, just talk, work my way through the issue. There's always a challenge there. Go, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And he was like, well, I'm too tired to do the video thing. And I'm like, how tired can you be? All you do is hit the video button, just talk. But my point is exactly that. It's the reach out. The reach out to somebody that has the knowledge set that you need or want and put it inside your brain. You're going to have to get that matrix file. Bink, I want to know Kung Fu. Well, how much do you really want to know Kung Fu? Jiu-Jitsu, boxing. How much training would you put in for a sport to learn it? Or a piano or an instrument, like someone else was saying that the other day. I don't do instruments. I was like, me neither. I'm not really musically inclined. But they learned how to surf. Now she's a surfer girl. And I was like, that's what she wanted. Like, you want to add something to your resume? You want to add experience to your life? Go get it. There's no other process but to do it. And that's something that usually frustrates me. And I know it's going to be a hesitation for most people because, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Exactly. Now you're in a whole new field. You can plant whatever you want. Trees, fruits, vegetables. What kind of knowledge do we want to plant plants inside of our brains? And I thought, man, all these trees have grown. And it was because one day I decided to do work, and I was thinking, I heard the neighbors working, raking, and the other girl cleaned up the yard. And it was just like, one day is going to have to be a clean day. One day is going to have to be a learn day. One day is going to have to be a relaxed day. One day is going to have to be a smoke day. And I don't keep these on a regular schedule. Like, that's Monday, today's a smoke day. Only we do a smoke today. No, it's what am I going to create today with the expression of life, the heartbeat, the sunshine, the food that's been put in me? Now I got the calories. Now my brain is working. What am I going to do with this energy? And most people hit it, quit it, get done, time to relax, chill out. wait for something to happen. Oh, then the homie calls. Somebody like me will call you. Somebody with initiative, somebody with a drive, and go, hey, let's do something. Let's create something. What you doing right now? Playing video games, GTA? Well, that don't pay. Let's go and do this. Let's go and do something where we create something. I mean, even this day, when I was doing this show about, what, 6 years ago, man, this kid is killing my game. I don't have near the followers or watchers that I need to have, but that's okay, because one day somebody's going to need it. One day somebody's going to be sitting in that bed just like I was, staring up at the popcorn, counting the fucking popcorn, going, what am I going to do in my life? And I felt today some form of success for being here. Like, first of all, I got on the plane coming to Brazil, never been here before, chasing a girl that I barely knew and had kids. She wasn't really into me, but I was like, well, I got no other friends. This is going to be lonely. Boom. Go to Jerry, start adapting. Now I'm with all Portuguese friends. I'm in the group. Everybody knows me. I'm the token American boy, and they allow me to be a fly on the wall as the flies come around my feet. That fly on the wall was the experience that I wanted to have. I wanted to see how other people lived, and for the most part, I've done it on every continent, which is pretty cool. I still need to do Africa, but, and I'm not planning on doing Antarctica, but let's just leave it like that. I'm now exploring South America, and it's because I put my will into it. We started planting those seeds. I went to Peru last year, and now this year it's Brazil. Next year maybe Costa Rica. I got my eye on Chile because my friend's from Chile. I got my eye on a girl right now. You know what I'm saying? This is expanding my consciousness, expanding my experience, and that's the things you can't buy. That's something you can't select on a YouTube video and just be like, give me the Italian experience. You get the test, but no, you're gonna have to get off your ass, probably get a job there. I know they're looking for people. I know they got like a bunch of young folks going back to farming, and their industries got too many old people in their society, and they're looking for young people. The hell, they're giving away dollar homes over there, €1 home, just so they can get younger folks to live there and get some juice, that vitality, that people energy, that inspiration, that spark that even created Rome. The things that create society is the people, and the people have the power, but most of us give our power away. We give it over to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Shout out to them. They're just only going to get bigger, and one day they're going to die too, because there's got to be a better way for us to reach each other. This little disconnection through connection is really starting to bum people out. You're like, oh, I'm smiling at all these people. No, you just came into the shot and took the photo. And are any of these people in the photo with you gonna call you when your mood is down, when your mental health ain't right? And that's what I loved about talking with my girl, was like, to quantify her experience to me. Like, let's check off the things. When you ask someone, how are you? Which is when I hate this question. Call me when you tell me, how are you? Don't ask me. I'm doing a bunch of different ways. I'm feeling a certain type of way, and I can't type it out. I'm going to have to speak it out. I'm going to have to let you know. It's going to be an hour conversation if you really want to know how I am. But other people, they don't want to do that. No, sir, no, ma'am. They want to just ask. But to quantify how you are, how am I doing mentally? How am I doing physically? How am I doing spiritually? How am I doing financially? I'm going to have to add spiritually to it, because it's just another one of those, but I guess that's mentally, so we'll just leave it to the core three. But, when most people don't get a check-in on you, like, how's your weight loss going? No, you ragged last week, you broke up with your boyfriend, had to eat a pizza and some ice cream. Bet, let's talk about that. Let's handle these subjects. Let's learn. Let's quantify ourselves instead of, yo, what's up? What you doing? Nothing. Playing video games, bro. Oh, okay, well, I'll holler at you later. That's not a real conversation. How are you? It's almost the same to me as like, where you at? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you really want to know where I'm at mentally, physically, and financially? Can we have a business conversation? Do you talk about business with your friends? If you can hang out with them, you can build a business with them. And that's what all people should be doing, is using their collective energy, is what I was thinking right there. That collection of energy, because it's not just me. It's my day one, helping me with the decals. This is me calling out in the future, making sure the business runs when I'm out of the country. Somebody that I trust, somebody that's also creative, someone else that's also an artist. Audrey coming through with the social media posts, always staying on edge on what's the newest and what's hot in the trends, and just being a constant in my life, giving me the pep talks when I don't have the pep talks. Do you have another motivational source? Have you learned a way to motivate yourself? Have you hit in motivation in the search in the YouTube bar? I love that part. I love documentaries, motivation, t-shirts, and just cram all these videos. And these guys be making awesome videos. And I would love to make videos of how to make shirts. But the truth is they've already done a great job at doing that. I'm gonna just show you the shirt designs that I make and go through the process. And I have so much more to learn in Adobe Photoshop, in marketing, in sales. I gotta continually improve my sales. This is a continuous education that I never stop. I'm rapidly absorbing. I want to learn more. And I don't know many other subjects where I can just be like, every day's a new day. You know, I'm not just data entering. I'm not just customer service. I'm not any of those things. I'm a creator. I'm a content creator. You know, the designs that are in my head, the next thought that I write down, the dream, the way it looks, the feel, constant addiction to this. This is why I call this things addiction. I'm just addicted to organizing the words the right way and counting the letters and making sure that they're form and they're equal. I heard one time your boy Sam Walton that created Sam's Club, Walmart, Mr. Walmart himself, the richest family in the world, literally measuring, got arrested. I think it was in Japan, where he was measuring how far their aisles were. He was on the ground and they were like, "What's up, weirdo? You're fucking crazy. Let me arrest you." And he was like, "Nah, man, I'm not crazy. I'm obsessed. I'm addicted." I've had a lot of people recently, this kid, I want to talk about that too, go, you're crazy, you're loco. And I'm like, no, I'm a genius. Okay, I'm not afraid to express myself, and that's genius. To be able to learn something from nothing, that's genius. Okay, when you have the ability to make your world into your own reality, that's genius. So there's genius in all of us. Don't need to be Albert Einstein and only do science and mathematics. No, how's your people skills? Have you learned to improve your people skills? Have you learned a way to talk to women better? As I'm talking, because I'm heterosexual, but have you figured out how to talk to people in general? You want money, but you don't want to learn people. People have money. How do you talk the dollars out of their pockets? How do you talk the currency, people currency, character currency, that the ability, sales, to get them to buy into you? Buy into your dream, buy into your way of thinking, and release the funds from their pocket without stealing. That's creative. That's a learning experience. And most of us never ever stop to do that. No, instead, we're on I'm just winging it. Oh, now I'm in front of somebody. Well, I get pumped up before I'm in front of somebody, especially in a big meeting or I'm going to a convention. I got to stand there in the mirror and do the Donna Karan. I learned that, the Superwoman pose, and just eyes on it, focus. Like, how do I approach so many energies and have so many energies approach me? Like, do you even put any force fields on you? Do you even have the 10-minute stability to let yourself acclimate to energies and be ready to sit still for 10 minutes so that you can sort your computer? Or are you going to just leave it hot running? From the next day, just hit the mouse, the screen comes alive, boom, you're back in the game. Most of us are on that. Not most of us ever get chilled the fuck out and put it on pause, like this guy's doing right here, guy or girl, I don't know. But putting it on pause where you just hit the music. Music makes me happy. Relaxing makes me happy. I chill the fuck out and let the world go by. But most of us, we're just hitting that mouse button, click space bar, and then all of a sudden you got no more space. You click the space bar and you're back in the game, you're back in GTA, and you're living another reality instead of this constant learning. This is what I love about Japanese culture, is this ability to perfect the things that you've already worked on and kind of stay on task versus finding random ways to stay away from task. So it's like this, again, not being lazy mentality is, shifting your own gears in your mind. The emotional stability here, where you can go from first gear to sixth gear, that's a manic shifting. There's not enough momentum for that for most people. And some people are going to be like, man, you too manic, you too crazy. That's a whole nother energy level in itself. To be skyrocketing with energy and creativity. And I always just wanted to source it. You know, I always wanted to put it into a jar or a crystal ball and harness my chi, harness my energy into something productive. It wasn't just going to be, wow, no, you talked for the last 3 hours. Well, what happened after? Did we produce anything? And that was my favorite part about making these tacos, was that we produced a really good shell. Now, my friends never ate tacos before, so they just assumed that the shell's good and chewy. But I was like, no, this is a gordita shell. This is a special kind of shell. It makes it chewy, it makes it good to eat. That means we don't have to order other tacos from the other place, and we have a signature style, signature flavor. There are people that protect Coca-Cola with their life. There's people that protect the KFC secret herbs and spices, because it was that much. It's all about the seasoning and the taste. That how many of us are polishing our season and our taste? How many of us are just going, okay, I just always make the shirt with the front? No, now I'm like, oh shit, okay, I gotta do the neck tags, right. I knew about this stuff and how to tag it and how to make the tags. Prints by Saints, we can print all that. You know, if anybody wants to hit me up and print in an hour. But the ability to make it happen, the wherewithal to make it happen, I'm going to do that. Now, when I get on that computer and I hit that space bar, am I running through random news, random social media, random information? Or if I set myself to task to actually be a student, to pause for the cause and sit there long enough to figure it out? Okay, let's figure it out. Let's figure out Photoshop. Let's figure out film editing. Let's figure out photo shoots and modeling. Let's figure out marketing. Let's figure out sales. Let's figure out Facebook Manager, Facebook Pixel. Let's figure these things out. It wasn't so easy, but once I got into it, I was like, okay, I know about this. I know about search engine optimization. I know about true cost. I know how to print. I know about vinyl now. I know about all over prints. I know about sublimation. And I just sat out my task. I want to learn about sublimation all this last year. And I did. I got into it. Now I got a sublimation printer. I did socks. I've done shoes, sandals. I shouldn't say shoes, sandals. Shoes are more DTG, but sandals are definitely a sublimation topic, sublimation style, and just learning different styles. You have to be brave enough to give up your old style and try a new style and be like, yo, have I ever done that before? And how many people do that where they go, look, yo, I roll it in on a horse. I wanted to ride a horse while I was here. I wanted to surf while I was here. I still got 2 weeks to go, so no stopping. But there's just a couple things that are on my highlight list that all my friends are doing. All they want to do is talk about surfing and waves and all this other stuff. And I'm like, you guys are obsessed. I feel like I'm around a bunch of skateboarders. But that's their passion. That's how they turn the conversation always into surfing. And I'm like, this is impossible. Now, if you leave beach life and you're in the Rockies, then I guess it's snowboarding. What if you're in the desert like me? Nobody talks about either. So it's, again, it's the subject of choice. It's choosing it and chewing it up inside your soul and absorbing it, watching long enough. I mean, to be an expert in anything, you got to put in 10,000 hours. So it would behoove you, before you put in 10,000 hours, I don't even know the math on that. I don't have my spare phone, but I'm sure it's like 7 years if you add up all those hours. And there you are. You know, that decision to start this task because it's 10,000 hours of work. It's something that you want to learn how to do. You're motivated to want to do it, and then now to go put yourself to task to do it. So it's one thing to be like, yo, I want to plant these trees. It's another to go out in the field and slowly mount your horse, and then put the bridle in its mouth, and put the plow on it, and have the plow sharpened, and put in the work to touch the ground. Now you're in ground. Now there's motion. And where there's motion, there's emotion. And as you start to move, you make the line straight. And you feed the horse because it's feeding you and it's working hard for you. And you start plowing this ground to plant seeds. This is real farm work here. This is real hard work. Farm work's hard work. So it's like, I've seen a lot of people, I'm working. It's like, that's not really work. They're like, yeah, but I make a paycheck. And I'm like, you don't know hard work. You don't know what it's like to have the sun beat down on you at the same time and have physical effects. That's why I was tired yesterday, man. That sun beat the shit out of me. But I wasn't making concrete from scratch. I wasn't sifting the sand and then the lime and then mix it together on time with the motherfucking rocks to make concrete. When's the last time you made concrete from scratch? When's the last time you made a brick wall? I didn't think so. So, you know, with all of us, there has to be an amount of hard work. And for all entrepreneurs that like play around through the Google search or just play around on Photoshop, I've done a lot of years of that. I'm not knocking you, but I am correcting my behavior and telling you that I gotta focus on the hard stuff. I gotta focus on the sales. How do I talk to my customers? How do I keep that customer instead of it's 5 times harder to get a new customer? How many people know that statistic? But me, I was blowing motherfuckers out. I was like, "You're lucky I'm doing your shirts, man." And I'm Marky saying, I'm World Traveler, I'm bossy, and it's like, yeah, you're a little bit not humble enough. What's the word? A little bit too cocky for the quality I was printing out. This is just being, self reflective. But to reflect on myself, I was being a little too bossy, not enough service. Serve over bossy. Okay, we're gonna make a shirt right now. Serve over bossy. Because there's so many people that want to be a boss, but the ones that serve first over bossy, serve over bossy, those are the people that know what it feels like to be the dishwasher first with my first job. Then they put me up to what do you call that, busser, and washing down the tables and pulling all the plates and giving them to the next guy. So I can say something to the next dishwasher because I started in his position. Can't say shit to somebody if I didn't do the work. And that's something I look at a lot of people, especially younger generation, they're going to be they watch people work. My dad was adamant on not letting us watch anybody work. We had to fall in and make a hand. Fall in and make a hand. I think it's about time I do one. So let's do it. We got to be crushing. This is it. Whatever the task is, get in it, get our hands dirty, crush it, kill it, flip it, make it better. And that's the whole part of the human experience, is to make this experience better. Breathing deeper. More time in the sun. More time in art. More time in creations, the things that make me happy. Let's go through it. More time. I need to have more time having sex. Hello. More time giving. Hello. More time fishing. Hello. More time doing photography and really changing that into the way I want it to look. These things, I put my time into travel. I put my money into travel. I put my money into my friends. I put my money into my health, and not just because it's fun to me. This is what makes me happy, but it's also the what's the word I want to, like, not revolution, but the reciprocity. This is the reciprocity of the task. So because I got off my ass and I put the bridle on the horse and I went to the plow and I put plow to soil, then and only then was the initiative that I can eat the fruit from the tree now. Because 5 years will pass by, but the instinct to pull the trigger now, to learn something new and just get past something, you're like, man, I don't know how to build websites. Me neither, bro. But I know enough how to build my own. I've done a Shopify website. I know about WordPress a little bit. I definitely know about search engine optimization, Google ads, Facebook ads. Why? Because I started in this business. Before any of that, it would have never been my concern. Like pages, algorithms, Pixel, any of this stuff. Definitely learn about Facebook Pixel because it tracks the person that's coming to your website, and then it starts sending them ads wherever they are in the WhatsApp or whatever. But here we are talking about advertising, business placement, marketing. I love talking about business. So I had this show, and I got to be healthy because it helps me drive in my business, gives me that energy to be in front of people. Again, the Donna Karen moment, where Donna Karen would stand in front of the mirror and Superwoman pose and get that energy and get ready for the energy to come at her. So a lot of us, we're not paying attention to our energy. We're not paying attention. How's my mental health? How's my physical health? How's my financial health? We're just gonna go, man, I'm out of money. Well, let's create something new. Let's create a new taco. Let's do a new business when we got that much money. How much money does it take to get corn flour and salt and some yeast? Not much. You probably have it on your shelf right now. Exactly. And now we have a product. And then I start talking about the product. And then how do I talk about the product? And which ways do I talk about products? One of my favorite things for the men is not the what you say, it's how you say it, right? Women are processing you emotionally. So they're not really listening to the words that you're saying. They're just processing you on the way you said it. So start processing the way you say things. Start working on your sales techniques. Start working on physical health, start working on your mental wellness, start working on your food health wellness, get educated about these things. And now you're on continual education. Now you have the full day to make yourself full and happy and awesome. And that's your morning marijuana motivation. Oh, my heart from the start. It's your boy Marky Saint. I made up all these phrases. I started this show from nothing. I started my business from nothing. It isn't worldwide. Saints brand hasn't gone worldwide, but Saints light up the world, and that's just what we do. We smile and light up the world. So Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff to make the light spread. Peace and love. And as always, Gigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever. And I will see you on the other side. Blessings.